Yeah, Martin, I mean, look, that experience, they deserved it on the balance of play tonight as well. While it was a very tight game, Ballintubber just always seemed to have that little bit extra.
Well, I thought so too. Like, when you think about it, Ballahadreen last led that game in the 8th minute of the second half. In the 9th minute, they got level. Ballintubber drew level. From there to I think there was 5 minutes of added on time. So therefore, for the last 26 minutes, Ballahadreen only scored 2 points. You know, like Ballintubber just squeezed the life out of Ballahadreen. They drew everybody back behind the ball and made it so difficult. And there were 1 or 2 opportunities that Ballahadreen got. They didn't make the most of them. And when you do that against Ballintubber, such an experienced team, as I said earlier, 5 titles in this decade, that's a great credit to them. And they fully deserve their victory tonight. And, you know, the likes of Michael Plunkett, the likes of Jason Gibbons, Cillian O'Connor, like that trio, that quartet, like if you had in Dermot, those guys came to the fore when it was needed. And again, late in the game, they were able to bring in the experienced Alan Dillon. But if you know, I think myself, the story of it really is over the last 25 minutes of the game, Ballahadreen only managed to score 2 points. And simply Ballintubber controlled the pace of the game, the tempo of the game, and played the game on their terms.
And choked the life out of Ballintubber, or out of Ballahadreen. Ballahadreen ended up taking the ball into traffic so often there, going down the home stretch, and they just choked the living daylights out of them. And but look, that's the guide and experience, and when you're around as long as the Cillian O'Connors, and he was superb incidentally, he had a super game. Jason, as Martin said, and it was Michael Plunkett centre half back, that wonderful goal he got in the first half, you know, propelled them into that great position at half time, where they were 4 points down with 4 or 5 minutes to the half time break. 5 minutes later, they're on parity. So look, they were the best team of the county this year, there's no question about that.
Absolutely. We're waiting for the presentation, incidentally, as well, and as soon as we have that, they're again waiting, like the situation with the intermediate game, to get some of the winning Ballintubber team up there in amongst their supporters on the pitch here at Elvis McHale Park, but we will take that live as well. Martin, just on that point of, you know, Ballahadreen bringing the ball into traffic, Ballintubber managed that situation so well, don't they? Because there was a few occasions there and there was simply no avenue for Ballahadreen to go down.
No, they're experts at that. That's the way they play. They choke every avenue. They choke all the shall we say, the avenues to goals. And when they get in front of you in a game, in particular late in a game, they're going to be very, very difficult to get through. And like as I said to you, the couple of times that Ballintubber or Ballahadreen were trying to get through central channels, there was just no room, and they couldn't simply get Andy Moran on the ball in threatening positions often enough. And you have to credit, actually, I think over the course of the game, Gary Loftus had a solid game on him. Now Andy certainly got some very good scores and made a couple of very good assists during the game, but Gary Loftus, I think, in a sense, quelled the threat that Andy Moran would normally bring. And when Andy's kind of threat is contained, and I didn't think we got enough from Cian Hanley at centre forward. I expected a lot more from him. I felt he just didn't get on the ball enough, or he didn't influence the game to the extent that I would have hoped, or the Ballahadreen would have hoped to get. But overall, Ballintubber deserve great credit. 5 titles in the decade. Some, you know, outstanding players have come through, not alone for Ballintubber, from the county, in particular the 2 O'Connors. And tonight you had the Michael Plunkett's goal will live in the memory. Some of the scores that Cillian got, Jason Gibbons' work rate throughout, and overall just a very workmanlike performance, garnished by some very good individual displays, but a typical Ballintubber performance. Get in front, choke the game up, and go out and win it.
What about Connacht now? They haven't long, couple of weeks, John, and this is something that they will want to impress in the Connacht Championship.
Yeah, there's no question about it. Like, I mean, but lurking in the background, I know the Galway County Finals on tomorrow. You can't, when you talk about Connacht campaigns, you've got to look at Corofin. I expect they probably will take care of Tuam tomorrow in that county final. Corofin are the form team, and when you talk about champagne football and the real aristocrats of club football in the country, it has to be Corofin. But Ballintubber will go out and give it a right cut. They have a lot of quality, a lot of experience, but they would like to land that big one. That kind of title eludes them, and it would be a great feather in their cap were to persevere. But getting back to Ballahadreen, I think they'll be a little bit disappointed. Cuba, who was in sparkling form, he kicked 2 points in the county semi-final. He never really got more from today. Sharose had a huge influence in the county semi-final, and he didn't really sparkle. He wasn't allowed to.